Thank you, Madam Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Communications. Will the minister inform the House how ensuring the National Broadband Network project is executed as efficiently as possible will deliver value for money for the taxpayer?
I call the Honourable Minister for Communications.
I thank the honourable member for her question. Madam Speaker, the government is committed to ensuring the NBN is delivered quickly, cost-effectively, at least cost to taxpayers, and affordably for consumers. And we are going about this in a business-like way. We are conducting now a thorough cost-benefit analysis being dealt with by an independent panel headed by Dr Mike Vertigan, and it will report in the middle of the year, and that will inform the rollout of the project. That is in marked distinction to the Labor Party, who, as we know, committed to a single access technology, fibre to the premises, without any cost-benefit analysis, all done on the back of a beer coaster on a VIP flight from Sydney to Brisbane. Now, Madam Speaker, we know that a Conrovian fog has fallen over the Labor Party which prevents them from acting in a rational economic manner. It causes them to deny the budget realities, the consequences of their wastefulness, the $667 billion of debt we are headed to without any change. But, Madam Speaker, the fog sometimes breaks, and we know, and look, I say this with respect to the honourable member, Madam Speaker, I come not to embarrass the member for Fraser, but to praise him. For I am very concerned, as we all are, that the Conrovian nonsense he's forced to spew out occasionally nowadays will live after him. But the wisdom and economic rationality will be buried in his bones unless we draw people's attention to it. And you know, Madam Speaker, you can imagine the thought reform that the member for Fraser's had to have. You can imagine the Conrovian electrodes going onto him as they give him another jolt to stop him being rational. You can imagine him coming out of the bunker shaking and spouting nonsense about no budget crisis and everything's okay. Imagine the electricity bill of that exercise. Imagine the carbon emissions. It's extraordinarily wasteful. But every now and then you see that it is very hard to cause somebody who's highly intelligent to be stupid all of the time. It really is. Even the Labor Party is unable to do that. And we know they regret it, Madam Speaker. They must always be saying, if only we'd got him from the AWU, not the ANU. Madam Speaker, it was only a couple of weeks ago he said on the radio here in Canberra, talking about the budget, I think infrastructure's a good thing. He said, but I do see a risk they are returning to the old pork barrelling model in which you don't do proper cost-benefit analysis. Well, what model was that? That was the Conrovian model, and I can understand him being apprehensive. If I hung around with the people you do, I'd be very worried about that sort of thing.